Excuse me. Where do people get off stealing my like the way I do things? My modus operandi. Where do people get off? Like, I just watched another fucking YouTuber and she's like staring like this and like screaming at people. And I'm like, isn't that what I do? Isn't that what Rion always says what I do? And I guess that's why Rion was like doing that the other day. He was like facing this way and like yelling at people. And David Palmer was also like loving this new format, Alyssa. Like, it hasn't been approved yet for us to do it, but I just felt like the need to do it. Like, just getting on here and just shooting the shit, right? Just that's what I do. I just get on here and I just shoot the shit with myself. I'm talking to myself. It's not that big of a deal. And I just talk about what's going on. And that was my marketing advice to YouTubers probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and no one followed the advice. And eventually I was like, I will do it. I will set the standard. I will show you how to do it. And I'm seeing a few people do it, but I'm also seeing like people like with questionable YouTubing tastes also do it and not give. Those are the people that need to like definitely give me credit. Those are the people that need to give me credit. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're gonna get color banned. You're gonna get color banned from the stores, and all the men are just gonna have to wear Men in Black outfits. All the men are gonna have to wear Men in Black outfits. She hasn't talked about Chris Evans in like 6 weeks or something like that. They were saying like I only talk about Colin right now. He sent me like a cease and desist like in my dream last night because I was roller coaster girl. Like I was like the girl that's just like in a daze like all day, like even if she's married and I'm like literally like thinking about like boys that she wants to like bang, you know? I was like that girl in the dream because you guys know like it's my demon tech. Like I jump in or whatever and like that's who I was for a while. And then I was another girl that was like camping and like surfing in Florida. Um but like for a while I was her. Like she thinks her name is Liz. Like if you call your name Liz, you give me a permission to take over your suit. It's 11. I tried to sleep in today. I felt like I slept in like really, really late, like 1 or 2, and I woke up and it was 11. And I'm like, I can't believe it's only 11. Um, but yeah, people are like, I like the new format too. I'm just gonna like steal it from the queen because it's what I hear all day long. So I'm just gonna like steal your format and like not give you credit, queen, and like get color banned from fucking the world, and nobody's gonna get to wear colors anymore because of me, because I think I'm so special to be able to steal your format. And it's not that obvious yet, but it will start to be very obvious. They'll probably be sitting right here on the background, just shooting the shit with themselves, talking about their dreams. I don't know. My husband pissed me off really bad last night. He pissed me off so bad. Okay, I remember the part that they're talking about. Um, Mr. Colin pissed me off so bad. Like I was like calling him as probably some girl from his past, okay? But like at the time, like I don't realize that. Like I'm in a dream with like Colin. And I'm like, why are you acting like this with me? But it's probably because I'm literally like inside of another woman. But like men used to treat me like this too, and it really, like, really pissed me off. It really triggered me. I'm like, why are you treating me like this, Colin? Like, like it's Colin. Like, you know what I mean? You guys always see him with me, right? It's like, so it's like, what are you doing? Anyway, he was like my best friends like don't treat me like that, you know, like you guys know what I'm talking about without even saying it. Like when you call and they don't call back and like stuff like that. Um, my friends don't treat me like that. My friends did start yelling at me, and I'm like, "Wow, you're going crazy. Why do you think you can yell at me? Like, it's gonna make it so much worse. Like, I don't want to get into a fight with you, you know." One of my best friends that looks like Colin. That's what he did. He like yelled at me. They like, sent me like a book paragraph, like of text, and I was like, "Wow, my friends are losing it." And I'm like, it's just it gets so much worse if I like get into a fight with you. It like makes your life like really terrible and like so much worse if I like converse with you during that fight. Like you'll lose your house, like you'll lose a dog. Like I'm saying like real life things that happened to like one of my cousins who used to get into fights with me, and I would have to be like, look, you can't, like you literally can't get into a fight with me. Like the energy will make your life so much worse because I don't want to fight with you. And I'm not in my castle, and like you're not respecting me, and I am the queen, and like you have to get it right. Like you can't just like bully the queen to death like every year. You know what I mean? Especially if you love her. Like don't be siding with the bullies, y'all. Like don't be that stupid, okay? Because we all felt it. We all just felt it just then, where you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe she's confirming that it's real. Like, what a bitch. And it's like, well, you probably shouldn't be bullying anyone to death, let alone the queen in her video game. And apparently, you guys are so much smarter than me, and you knew I was the queen in a video game for a long time, probably your whole lifetime, because you're like so much smarter than me, and we didn't grow up together, right? So anyway, it gets like way, way worse when when I like throw punches back, I want to say. Like proverbially, right? Proverbial punches. Um, so I just like tend to like walk away. Like he needs to cool down. Like my friend in LA, like he needs to cool down. Like I'll be back, I'm sure. You know, now I don't know if I'm ever gonna be back. Like hopefully I'm gonna be back. Hopefully, you know, Colin will be able to come and pick me up. That's the entire point of this year. Like what the fuck's happening? Anyway, Colin treated me like a booty call in my dream last night, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And like, I was like calling him. I think I saw I was in LA. I guess I was in LA and like called him, and, like left a message or something like that, or like texted him. Like, how long ago was it? If I called him and left a message, but I forget something like that. And then I was like looking for the signs. I was looking for the signs as to what would happen in our relationship. Okay. Um, and like like I heard like two people like making love right in the background, and I was just like, okay, like um and I was like, well, you know, it's like me and Colin like um and I just shapeshifted into Jen just then. Did you guys see it? um because she is confirming what I'm saying, that like all relationships are Alyssa and Colin. Anyway, so then like I was like, what if he uses me for sex? Like, what if he's just using me for sex? Like, what a fucking asshole. And then he was like, Liz, it's you and me, and I'm going to make them go bankrupt. And I was like, literally don't care. And I got like so angry, and all of a sudden there was like a golf club in my hand. Again, this is like a dream. And I think I'm cleaning out like my own timelines, like my own dating timelines, okay? Because like I've basically been dating Colin my entire life, if that makes sense. Like Colin treated his wife like a booty call. Like anyway, I don't know. Like it was Colin, okay? So I'm telling you, like I was in whoever's he was dating at the time's body, okay? So it was Colin's timeline. It wasn't my timeline. I would tell you if it's my timeline. It was his timeline. And anyway, all of a sudden I had a golf club in my hands, and I was like went crazy and was like, you know, going nuts with the golf club and like breaking everything around me. And I was like, don't you dare treat me like that or whatever. And yeah, Um, yeah, that's what I remember in the dream. And then like I think, oh, okay, and then like I don't know if it was the same girl or another girl, but I was just like, ooh, like guys, men, yay. And I was like, ooh, Colin Farrell, he's so hot, he's so hot. But I was like literally looking at like all these different dudes and like calling them Colin Farrell. Like it was really funny to me. Like, um, just like every single dude like looks very different. Like one guy was like bald and like tall, and like another guy was like short and had like brown hair and he's like scruffy. And I'm like, oh, Colin. It was pretty funny. And then I got like super embarrassed because like she was saying his name, but like with like every single man in the world. Um, what if every single man in the world tickled her at the same time? Do you guys hear yourselves? Like like really worried about you, like really want to know, like, do you actually like literally hear yourselves? Like, you sound like the biggest creeps ever. Like, you literally sound like the biggest creeps ever. Um, anyway, so that embarrassed Colin, and it was like really young Colin, super young. Like when he was doing the line dancing. And I remember like, there was like that article. Well, I only know this because like I became a stalker to my Hollywood producer dad, Colin Farrell, this year, and like actually paid attention to him and everything. Before that, I didn't know that, but there was like an article where it was like, "Have you had sex with Colin Farrell yet?" And it was like clearly like 4D, like um, a 4D article, right? Because it makes sense, like, because if they're all like Colin and whatever, and like, oh my God, they're all the princess, like, like, I'm so special, I'm the princess. Um, it's like because we've done this for so long, and it's like you guys like make me question myself. Like, I can feel the autism in the room right now when I say that, and it's like I shouldn't feel the autism in the room in 2025. And it's so annoying to me. It's like literally so annoying. Um, like it's so annoying, and it's what puts me in the void, clearly. But like, yeah, it's like I really, really hate it when you guys are like, "Is she really the princess? Maybe I am the princess." Da, 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 da. Like all this stuff. Like, how did you find out there was a magical princess in the world in the first place? Like, that's really what I want to know. Like, why don't you answer yourself that? Like, what magical powers do you have? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's like better questions that you can ask yourself more than like, maybe I am the magical princess. Like, how did you find out there was a magical princess? Was it over the walls, like what Alyssa telling the Alex story like every other week? Like, what exactly was it? Because we're like so sick and tired of this crap, like literally every single day. And like, they're like, why isn't Alyssa freaking out? Why isn't Alyssa puking? I'm like, I don't know. I literally don't know. But I was in immense pain yesterday, immense pain last night. I'm like, I don't know, like I feel like hesitant to like talk about Colin this morning, and like I shouldn't. And it's probably because like, of the girls that are like think that they're the princess and whatever. And you're not allowed to talk about Colin. You're not allowed to talk about my husband. Leave me alone. I'm allowed to talk about my husband, okay? Like that's why it's so annoying, okay? It's so freaking annoying. I guess that's why it went up to Leo, but here I am stuck on Colin. But like you're not allowed to talk about them. They're not your husbands. Okay? That should be simple and easy to understand because I'm surrounded by my energy. So it shouldn't be like this guessing game of like who am I allowed to talk about and who am I not allowed to talk about? Am I allowed to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio? No, I am because I'm the special princess, okay? Y'all ruined the whole game. You ruined the entire whole game, okay? You really did. Okay, it's like you guys are like starting to live like the castle life, like the game life, because there are other princesses in the game or whatever. There are other princesses in the game. But y'all ruined it. You ruined it, okay? Because you have to give me favor first to get your castle and get your princess-ship. Does that make sense? Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Um, Y'all ruined it. Okay, really you did. You really ruined it. You ruined my goddamn surprise to myself. I'm angry. Okay. So well, maybe I'm the special princess. Well, there are other princesses in the game. Let's just go ahead and confuse you to death. Like let's just go right ahead and cook y'all some more. You heard me back then. There are other princesses in this game. Okay, but y'all ruined it because you have to give me favor. You have to give me my castle to get your castle. Then you can be weird with yourself. Okay, then you can be all get out and weird with yourself. Okay, not before you give me my castle. That's how the game works. You stupid dummies don't know how to play a video game. You just want to keep you locked on the same level. That's why I called my brothers. I'm getting locked again on the same level. Pass it to my brothers. Pass the controller to my brothers. I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this. Okay, then sometimes then now they're passing it back to me because I'm posting online. We're switching controllers. Okay, we're switching basically because it's just you're not listening. Okay, there's no other princesses in the game right now. Okay, except for me. Put me in the castle, and then the other princesses will start coming forward. And I already told y'all, like I have my special people. They're just people right now. There's no castles involved, but is there? There's no courts and there's no castles, so they're just special people that y'all gotta leave alone. Okay, there's special people that you have to leave alone. Okay, I'm not in my castle, so nobody's a princess. You're not a princess, so you don't gotta wonder. I'll explain it to you right now. You're not a princess, so you don't gotta wonder. Okay, because I'm not in my castle, so you're not a princess. You're just a people, and you probably know how special you are, um, or not. You know. Okay, some people understand that esotericism and occultism, and some people don't. So some people are locked themselves in 3D, arguing with gold and expecting to get gold back. Okay, other people are into occultism and understand on how it works and stuff like that, and know how to protect. He protect, he attack, he eat snack. Okay. All right, so just leave the special people alone, okay? Why is Rayon's freaking sub account growing exponentially? Is I don't know what's going on there. It's 1D, I guess, filling in. So I slept a lot, and I think it's 1D filling in, and it's freaking us all out. It was disgusting this morning. It was literally disgusting. That's not what I'm going to 1D for. I keep telling you, it was disgusting. I don't know what's happening. Okay, like y'all thinking this is a joke. Like you know, it's disgusting. Okay, like y'all need to go to the doctor. They fought back over a wholesome house. It's just a wholesome house. It's like it swings one way and then it swings really horribly the other way. It's like the cozy house, the cozy house or whatever. I'm starting to feel it. Oh yeah, I got a new car last night in my dream. My dad, I think Colin, he bought me a new Fiat. I have a Fiat now. He bought me a new Fiat, but it was pink. He's like, let's compromise with the general public people, and he bought me a new Fiat, but it was pink. Like all he was like, it's like all like sassied out. It's all sassied out. It's all pink and white, and like very pretty and stuff. And he's like, we'll compromise, okay? We'll get you a pink Fiat instead of a pink Bentley because it's gonna make them go insane. This help. I mean, I guess because I kind of care about people. That's why I play humbly in my own video game because I do kind of care about people. And like, what do I care that it has to be a Bentley? It can be a pink Fiat. Like, I don't, but I didn't really want the same car over again. I didn't want a Fiat. I wanted a SUV, but whatever. But anyway, at least it's a new car. It's like a pink car, and that's like really cool to like a lot of people, I guess. But I guess if I'm just schlepping around LA, then the pink Fiat is perfect. Like I don't really need a pink Bentley if I'm just schlepping around LA. But I'm in New Jersey, so I don't really know how that's happening. But anyway, yeah, I got a pink. They bought me a pink Fiat in my. I think it was my dad. It kind of just like appeared out of nowhere. Like I went to a drive-through, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, here's your new pink Fiat," and I was like, "Oh, okay, nice." Like my dad like just bought me a new pink Fiat, and it was really cheap. It was only $9,000. I was like, "Wow, it's only $9,000. That's amazing." Um, but yeah, I kept waking up all night long, so that's another reason why I slept in. My leg is literally killing me. It hurts so bad. It just hurts so bad. And then my Palladian father had to walk in, whether it's Leo or Palladian aspect, whether it's Leo or Colin, just the Palladian aspect, had to walk in Sub Zero aspect, and it was like an icicle in here when he walked in because he was trying to help out my leg. And I'll go general is fine to show them how to do it. Stop talking about Colin Farrell if your name isn't Alyssa. It's not your goddamn husband. Stop being an idiot. Your name isn't Liz either. Like I heard her say her name was Liz on TV. Like I just turned on the TV and oh no, it was actually my friend and one of the clips that he showed on his the new format, and she was like, there they go. They just called me my real name. My real name is Liz. So what am I supposed to do? Not respond to it or respond to it? What are you talking about? First of all, if you call yourself Liz, you are literally dead. You are actually not alive anymore because who the hell's name is Liz anyway? Besides me, no one in the entire world's name is Liz. Really, there's like two people, and there's okay. There's of course there's one famous girl named Liz on TikTok. Like you stole your name from me anyway. There's not a lot of Liz's out there, and there's only one real Liz, and that's me. Okay, and you have her, some weird chick, you know, some newscaster online, hearing her someone call her Liz, and she was like, "There they go, they're calling me Liz," but apparently I can't say my own name anymore. That's not your name. We all know you're a newscaster. We all know what your real name is. It puts your real name on the screen right there. Your name isn't Liz, and it never was. Okay, and if you're calling yourself Liz, you are literally and actually dead. And you should be saying that. And you should be thinking, why am I working? Why am I working if I'm actually dead? Because everything is Liz. Everything is Alyssa. Okay? That means you're literally actually dead. If you're sort of giving credit to the real energy in the room, me, the real princess, you sort of are, but you're doing it for accolades and princesship, and you're not actually really the princess because your name is actually Margaret or whatever it is. Like your name is on the screen. We see what your real name is, and it's not Liz. So I don't really know who you're talking to. My sister in law said she thinks she's gonna shit her pants if I keep talking about this. I was smelling farts all night long last night. I was smelling farts all last night. Okay, it was bad. And they were my farts, but I wasn't farting. And I was like, this is a conundrum. And then I smelled the sprayer, the air freshener sprayer. It's like, what's happening? I forget. Oh yeah, that's right. Because all day, all night, right? All day, all night, right? Loca people. That's what's happening. Loca gente. La gente está muy loca. What the fuck? Like, cause somebody was like, "Yeah, it means people," and it was like a different word. And he like looked at me. It's like, "Isn't gente people?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's?" Anyway, um, he's like, "I'm trying to confuse the white people. Leave me alone." Um, yeah, it's been pretty gross. I think that's ads, and he's fallen through the floor. He doesn't seem to have me. He seems like he's coming back up. Why are you coming back up, ads? Are we not going to fill in level one or what? Oh, maybe that's his Palladian, and it's really big. I saw my Palladian suit. Hayden's like, I saw her Palladian suit, and it's huge as well. And I saw it this morning. I saw my Palladian suit, and she was huge. And I was like, maybe that's what they need to do is they need to come to Earth like really huge so that the humans like actually like take this seriously. Like we have like these like basically giants walking the Earth, but they're Palladians, and so that like humans actually like take this seriously and don't think that they're lost in their own world, not affecting other people's energy, and like, well, I can play the game, but I just play it by myself. Like, no, you can't do that. Okay, like there's a protocol to this game, and maybe the Palladians have to actually walk the earth as giants. Okay, I don't think they're Nephilim. Some of y'all are calling them the Nephilim. The Nephilim. Can you please? We'll go watch fucking Never Ending Story and shut the fuck up and look at how big a Nephilim is. Okay, compared to Atreyu. Okay, um, the beautiful Sphinx. The Nephilim. I told y'all what happened to the Nephilim. They became like stone. They got lost in the sauce. Okay, they're a lot bigger than the Palladians. So these are the Palladians. I'm telling you, these are the Palladians. I don't know why I know that, but I just know that. Okay, these are the Palladians, and I guess Darth Vader's a Palladian. Okay, like Darth Vader. I guess they're Palladians, but they sort of like channel the dark side, which is the reptilian side. Okay, but they're like originally Palladians. Okay, does that make sense? Um, so yeah, because they're like 11 feet tall or whatever, and the Nephilim are gigantic, gigantic. Okay, um, I told you they're the Sphinx in the Never-Ending Story. Um, and then there's even the littler people, which are like the gnomes that Atreyu's talking to. Okay, and they're like this big. They're like this big people. Like I'm like, hello, how are you? But they're like the weird people. Like I like want to like hang out with them, but they're the weird people. They're the weird people because that's how they lose so much power and strength because they're weird. So that's why they get smaller and smaller. That's why people get smaller and smaller because y'all are so weird. We got to make our point. Okay, that we're not messing with you anymore. Okay, do you understand us like that? So that's why I think the Palladians are, so humanity's losing power, losing strength, and we're getting smaller, and the Palladians are getting bigger. I think we did interact with Palladians before, and they were quite small. Like all the aliens in my room were all the same size. I told y'all every time I see an alien, they're sort of like the same size as me. Like maybe a little bit bigger. like a reptilian or whatever. And I think the main reptilian that died last time was Kobe Bryant, because we were talking about it, because there's going to be like a huge person like Kobe Bryant on the Pleiadian side that's going to die as well. Like a weird death like Kobe Bryant did. I think that would be like the main reptilian. Um, he was clearly out of line, and that's how it works. It's usually like one in line, one out of line, like that. I'm trying to think of somebody. Chris Cornell. Okay, Chris Cornell. He was probably a very in line reptilian that died during that time. He's probably also a Pleiadian, um, but anyway, I think a lot of people died during that time. A lot of people die like during these times or whatever, because the veil is so thin, so it's easy to just slip away. Anyway, so I think the Pleiadians would help by walking the earth, even if some of them are a little out of line. Hopefully they wouldn't be, though, because how do they get to earth? They'd have to fill in with earth energy, so they'd have to um anyway, they'd have to walk in. um yeah, I'm seeing weird stuff. Even when I close my eyes, sometimes I'm seeing Photoshop. I woke up and it was like black and white circus in my room, like the marquee, like you know how it's like black and white circus. My god, my nose. It was like the diamonds. It was just like the circus, like everywhere, like sort of like I could make you a mood board to like show you like what I mean or whatever, but it was sort of like this, and god damn it, and sort of like this, and sort of like this, you know. It was like that in my room when I woke up. Um, yeah, black and white marquee, like circus. So it's a circus, y'all. And the circus is terrifying, and I think we were terrified this morning. I'm pretty sure we were really terrified. Like, what are you doing? You know? Um, every booty call in the Rolodex. That's what he's saying. Anyway, so they were saying how they tried to save me by setting me up with Cuba last night and, getting us married and stuff, and it didn't work. And my dad tried to set me up again, but I didn't even meet anybody on that trip. When I had I was like, I need a sabbatical. And then basically the world just shuts down after my sabbatical. Like, when my dad was sending me on a trip, Colin was sending me on a trip again to try to find somebody to get married, but like closer, to us in the United States. I didn't meet anybody. I couldn't find anybody. I am talking like I'm talking to my Claire or something. I didn't find anybody, Claire. I tried. I tried. I didn't find nobody. Okay. Um, I did have one of the men invited me out to Mexico, and I was just like, Are you crazy? I ain't starting the Church of the Sun God with you. You're freaking crazy. We're trying to find a nice normal Cuba, okay, but just a little bit closer. And it didn't work. So anyway, here we are, and Yeah, so yeah, I just soaked up those sun rays and ate some crab, and I did meet some nice men, but they weren't anybody like they were just nice people. Okay, they were just like nice people. And no, that's one thing I really really hate. I did go on a couple dates. That's one thing I really really hate when I see I'm starting to get satanic talking about it. When I go on a date with somebody and I get really nervous with the man, okay, that's one thing I literally hate. I literally hate that because I do not get nervous with men. I don't ever get nervous with a man. If I get nervous with a man, something is very, very off. Something is very, very off. And there was this one date. I'm already getting satanic. My arm is heating up, if you must know. And yeah, I went on this one date with like played tennis or something, and I was like, oh my god, this guy is so cute, and like I started like giggling. I couldn't even like be around him and stuff. And granted, we were literally going crazy at the time, so like I just don't even like. We were literally going like batshit crazy at that time, so like it doesn't really matter that much. But like, why do I freaking care about this random dude? I think it was in Savannah. I don't really remember the town. It might have been Savannah. Why the fuck do I even care? Like he wasn't even that cute. And I'm like getting all like giddy and stuff or whatever. I don't get like that. Okay, that's one thing you must know about me. I don't get like that. And if I get like that, something's wrong. Something is very, very wrong. Okay, it's happened to me like 2 or 3 times in my entire life, and that's it. Okay, did it happen when I met Leonardo DiCaprio? Absolutely not. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, y'all are normal people, normal size. Okay, it's like the weird people. Okay, that it's like the weird people that get smaller when that happens. Okay, um, y'all know what I'm talking about. I shouldn't have to explain that. Okay, so but like, it happened one time. I remember in my when I first moved out to LA. When I first moved out to LA, and there was these two really hot guys that worked in the same building as us in Wilhelmina. Okay, when I worked at Wilhelmina Models, um, they had a store, I think, on the first level. I can't remember the name of the store, but there was like a store, and he sort of looked like Matt Damon. It sort of looked like Matt Damon and like the doctor from Lost. It's sort of like those two guys, okay, but it wasn't obviously, but it looked like that those two guys, like the hot brunette, the sexy brunette man from Lost that was a doctor, I think. He kind of had like a sharp nose. I think he had blue eyes and like a shaved black hair. And Matt Damon, okay. And they owned a store, and then they had an office, I think, on the second floor. And I think they had like a sample sale or something. And we went downstairs for the sample sale. And the Matt Damon one, he like stopped me, and there was other people there too. It wasn't just me and Matt Damon, but there was other people there too. But he like stopped me, and he like started talking to me, and I got so flustered. I don't know why. I started blushing like crazy. Like my face got really red. And I started blushing, and I started like my heart started beating a little bit, and I don't know why. I literally to this day I have no idea why. It was probably what he was saying in telepathy, and I didn't hear it. Okay, so I didn't hear any of it, but I just was like, I don't know what this is. Anyway, yeah, I think I never talked to that guy again. I was like, no. They get embarrassed sometimes because they know that we viscerally hear them, and then they're like, "Oh my god, I'm going to get found out." Like, yes you are. Yes you are. Stop playing stupid. I can't imagine the panic attacks that they're having right now. Also, it kind of did happen with me and Rion, and when I met him for like 5 minutes. At first of all, I should have went alone probably, but then I probably would have never met them because I was shy. I'm like kind of shy, and I just like I don't like really care about like unless like I actually have like a real need to talk to somebody, like then I just don't give a crap. But anyway, I did. I brought like a friend or whatever, and she ended up being like one of those bitches like I literally hate. And she was like a friend of a friend, okay? And that's why I didn't know that she was like one of those bitches I literally hate. And so I just brought her or whatever. And I brought her, and we went to like their show, and their show was like packed. But this whole place is like so packed. Los Angeles, whatever it's called, like the spiritual convention. I forget what it's called, but it's in February in Los Angeles at like the Hilton near the airport, like around there or whatever. And yeah, so it was like really, really packed. Okay. And I was just like, this is like, my autism like kicked in. It's like, this is like too much for me. Like, if my autism kicks in, like, I can't, um, I can't like deal with it or whatever. Big crowds and like a lot of people and a lot of noise and stuff like that. And it was like that during their show. And then she's like, let's go downstairs and talk to them because they get like a booth after. Okay. Ryan and Alex. And I was like, okay. And I did have like a question for him or whatever, but it was just like whatever. Like, I don't really care that much because I probably was like thinking about Cuba or whatever, and they look a lot alike. And I knew that at the time. Clearly, I already knew that at the time. And I was just like, why even like why does it matter? Like, okay, Ryan and Alex, I met them. I can watch their show. If I have any questions, I can call them, whatever. Like, why do I have to like go up and like converse with them or whatever? Like, I'd rather like go to Europe in London, and I'd rather go have a bottle of wine with Cuba, who I was basically dating at the time. And anyway, so you know how girls are. You know how desperate women are, okay? Desperate women are like, "No, we're going to stand in line and we're going to meet them right now." And I'm like, "All right. Okay, fine." And so I did. I met them, and I was happy I met them. So it was fine because I was very, very happy that I met them because everything went fucking berserk right afterwards. And like everything just went fucking insane. That was like 10 years ago. Like, what the fuck? Um yeah, so what was I gonna say? So anyway, yeah, I met them. But oh, when I was we're hanging out. Okay, so like I met Alex, and like she's like, why don't you just wait until like you can talk to Ryan or whatever, meet Ryan or whatever. And I was like, because I probably would rather have a bottle of wine with Cuba than like talk to like a spiritual bro. Okay, that and like I don't know. It was clearly a big deal because it changed the entire world that we admitted that we know what we're talking about. Ryan and I and Alex admitted we know what we're talking about. It changed the entire world. Okay, we have like we have 8 billion women calling themselves lists now. So I think that we were right about that meeting. Okay. And anyway, so I went and I sat down next to Ryan, and my heart started pounding like crazy. My heart was pounding, like racing or whatever. And I was just like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I need to go. Nice talking to you, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see Cuba. Like, I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I can't even sit here and like talk to you. Like, my heart is pounding like an insane asylum. Like, I don't know what's going on. I didn't say that to him, but I wish I did. I wish I did say that to him. Like, why is my heart racing? You know. And what did we do? Like, that's how it felt. Like, what did we do that my heart is like pounding like crazy, like in a past life or whatever? Like, who the fuck are you? And that's what it felt like or whatever. And like Cuba, who's probably a little bit hotter than Ryan, like it don't feel like that when I'm with Cuba. Like, I just feel like natural, like calm and peaceful. And so it's like it's nothing to do with like looks or whatever. It's like obviously there's something there. There was something there with Rione and me, right? And clearly there was because it changed the entire world. But before I met Rione, the world was normal. After I met Rione, the world was crazy and the world was shit. Okay. And there is tons of evidence of that everywhere, including this morning. Um, y'all embarrassments, you know, y'all can start talking about your embarrassments a little bit to like move on to like move on with this chapter of our lives. Like we've had enough. Anyway, yeah, because that's been like 10 years basically or whatever. Like it's kind of crazy or whatever. It's kind of crazy. Like I should probably be married to Cuba and like chilling in London right now, and I'm not because of all these crazy energy wars that we didn't even know were occurring because y'all are satanic as fuck and y'all ain't secret occultists. You're actually outright Satanists. And you know, anyway, it's just like those were like a couple of times where I've acted like out of sorts in my soul in my life, and I don't really get like that around people. And you already won, really, because I'm sitting here and I don't know where I'm going to be in a month, and so I don't really feel like I already won. So thank you for saying that, but I don't feel like that. And I feel like that is a threat every time y'all say you already won and stuff like that to me, because I'm sitting here, I don't know where I'm going to be. Um, you know, it's my will, and like I'm not sitting in Colin's house because I got to deal with jealousy and anger, and I don't want jealousy and anger to rule the world. And I've announced that right now, and it should, like, I can't believe like women can just be like, I don't want her to shop anymore. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's so insane. I don't want her to look cute anymore. Like, y'all sound insane. Y'all belong in an insane asylum. Okay, trying to order the royal princess around and like be like, oh, the royal princess cannot shop and she cannot look cute. You sound like you belong in an insane asylum, even from people to people saying that. Saying like a pretty girl can't dress, a pretty woman can't dress, can't go shopping, can't look cute on Thanksgiving. You sound insane. Your thoughts that I can clearly hear, your internal thoughts make you sound like you literally belong in an insane asylum. No, I think you don't know because what the fuck am I doing? It's been 10 years and like I'm still basically here. You know what I mean? Like I'm have to go maybe live with Rio now. Like what? Like y'all are that crazy. Y'all are that crazy. I said it's my will for me to go live with freaking Colin Farrell. Okay, stop talking over me. It's not my will to go live with Sebastian Stan. It is my will to go live with my dad because I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. Okay, so I just want my dad and I want to live in peace. Okay, and I already told you, me and Leo live in an organic store. Okay, so we definitely died married. Okay, we definitely died married. So y'all were very kind to us. Okay, and now our ghosts live in an organic store on Sunset Junction because we owned the store or whatever. Obviously, Leo, he went. This is the rest of the story from that timeline. Leo wanted out of movies, and so he bought the art gallery, and we ran the art gallery, and ended up, I think, dying in World War III. Stop talking over me, Becky, because you don't know the story. You know, we died in World War III, just like everything else, and live as ghosts basically in level one in an organic store. We're trapped in those pieces of us are trapped in an organic store. What's wrong with you guys? Okay, your pieces are worse than ours. Okay, those are my pieces. It's not you. You understand what I'm saying? All right, I think I'm done. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee, and I wish there was some breakfast pieces, but there's not really like a breakfast piece in the. Like I remember. Do you guys remember when I was obsessed with chocolate croissants? It's called pain au chocolat. Okay, it's not even called chocolate croissant in Paris. Okay, it's called pain au chocolat. Okay, and I came back here from Paris. Now I hadn't even been in Paris for like a years probably. And I went to a French Mason something on Melrose. It was across the street from my apartment. It's a French bakery and restaurant. And I said, "Can I have a pain au chocolat, please?" The guy looked like he wanted to kill me when I said that. I was like, it's French. And French really like it when you speak French. That was really rude of you to look at like you want to kill me because I'm speaking French at a fucking French restaurant. Anyway, I was obsessed with chocolate croissants. Yeah, I really was. I would buy them like all the time. I buy them. I think I buy them once a week because I didn't want to get too chubby, too chunky monkey. So I buy it like every Saturday. I go and get like a chocolate croissant and a latte or iced latte or some sort at Whole Foods in Venice or whatever, or Mason across the street. And look, like they hated me there. They hated me at that French. Not all of them. The chef liked me, and like the girl that worked there liked me, but the guy that was usually there, he hated my guts. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do to you, asshole? I'm just ordering some food. Just ordering some extremely expensive French food in LA at a fucking French stand. You work at a French stand on fucking Melrose. What the fuck is your problem, bro? You know. And anyway, yeah. So yep. Uh anyway, I used to love croissants. I used to get them every fucking week. Once a week I get them. And if you don't give me money directly, it's not my inheritance from you. So I just want you to shut up about that. I just heard that's her inheritance. That wasn't her inheritance money. Bitch, that was my severance pay from a specific company. That's not inheritance from a specific person that's talking to me over walls right now. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. You fucking, you know, delirious. Okay, delirious takes a nap. I can't. I can't deal with y'all anymore. I literally can't. I don't even know where my life is going because I can't deal with y'all. David was reminding me why I started doing this, and he was like, one was like, because we weren't following your marketing direction on YouTube. So you were like, I'll do it. So I did it. And then, but the other reason was like, I got to clear the fucking field of these crazy women who come at me literally year after year. It's been 10 years asking me why their husband sleeps on the couch. It's been 10 fucking years. I told you the answer. Okay, there's no reason to fucking ask me that goddamn question anymore. Okay? Take him to a gay bar and leave me alone, Becky. Okay? Um, but yeah, I'm so sick and tired of like people. That was like basically the real reason. I was like, I got to talk about this. I got to clear the field before I go back into society. Okay, get it through your head. Number one, I'm not here for your advice column. Okay, I'm not Dear Anne or whatever. I'm not. Okay, I'm the queen. You don't go to the queen for the advice column. Okay, my court can come to, you know what I mean? Like certain people can come to me for advice or whatever, but not the willy nillys of the world. You can't come to me for advice year after year. Why does my husband sleep on the couch? That was like one of the main reasons. Like I did this, like you got to stop asking me why your husband sleeps on the couch. It's because I'm got the goddamn queen and I need to be put in my goddamn castle. Y'all don't want to trust my advice anymore because of that. Okay, y'all calling yourself lists now to try to take over my goddamn castle. It's silly. You're silly. You look silly.